Hello, Tornado Nation. I'm Rayleigh Aller, and I'm here with Tommy TV to welcome you to tonight's matchup between the Lincoln Railsplitters and your Lady Tornadoes. We're heading into this matchup looking to continue our winning streak. Our girls defeated Mount Zion with a final score of 25-23 in the last set of last Tuesday's match in Mount Zion. And now here's Tanner Smith with some insight for tonight's matchup.
Railsplitters are 11-7 overall, 5-1 in their conference of play. Taylorville is 11-2 overall, 4-1 in conference play. And the conference standings are Muhammad Seymour 4-0, Taylorville right behind them 4-1, Effingham is 2-2, Mount Zion's 2-3, and Mattoon is 1-3, and Charleston is 0-4. And now send it back to Rayleigh.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dolph Stanley Court here at Taylorville High School for tonight's volleyball contest between the Lincoln Railers and your Taylorville Tornadoes. At this time, could you please rise? Gentlemen, remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem, which will be performed tonight by our own Aviana Fuentes.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Nice job. Oh, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the visitors, the Railers of Lincoln High School. At libero, a sophomore, number 1, Megan DeVore. At outside hitter, a junior, number 2, Lily Holmes. At setter, a junior, number 3, Lauren Tedrick. At middle hitter, a senior, number 9, Peyton Saucy. A right side hitter, a junior, number 11, Debria Del Paz. At middle hitter, a senior, number 12, Reba Burge. And at outside hitter, a junior, number 13, Micaiah Hasselbrock. The Railers are coached by Natalie Clements. All right, Purple Rain, you ready to make some noise? Let me hear you. Let's meet the starting lineup for your Taylorville Tornadoes. At setter, a senior, number 14, Sammy Breckenridge. At outside hitter, a junior, number 13, Elena Vincent. At middle hitter, a senior, number 15, Maisie Fleming. Our right side hitter, a senior, number 11, Leah Champley. At defensive specialist, a senior, number 1, Lila Repsher. At middle hitter, a senior, number 5, Liv Havera. And at libero, a junior, number 19, Brogan Anderson. The Tornadoes are coached by Kim Peabody, assisted by Matt Peabody and Katrina Rexroad. The officials for this contest are Doug Woolner and Joe Meyer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dolph Stanley Court for tonight's volleyball matchup between the Lincoln Whalers and the Taylorville Tornadoes. Going into tonight's game, the Railsplitters are 11-7 overall, 5-1 in their conference. And Taylorville is going into tonight's game 11-2 overall, 4-1 in conference play. Conference standings, Muhammad Seymour is perfect record, 4-0. Taylorville is one behind him, 4-1, with Effingham 2-2, Mount Zion 2-3, Mattoon 1-3, and rounding out Charleston Trojans 0-4. We are just getting ready to go here. Number 13 set to serve for the Railers, Leah Champley and Lila Repsher with a dig out. Macy Fleming weather with the hit over and then tap to the outside. Brogan Anderson with the hit up, and Vincent saved it behind Taylorville scores table. And then number 3 playing that tapping game did not work. Sammy sending it up to Elena Vincent, dug out there by number 3, and then number 2 trying to hit it over and did not. And then Lincoln gets first point on the board. It's 1-0 Lincoln. Number 13 set to serve again. Lila Repsher, Sammy Breckenridge, Elena Vincent, dug out there, and another dig, and then Fleming, Sammy, Vincent, and 3-11, Anderson, Vincent, and then Taylorville gets their first point. And then Purple Rain letting them know that they can do that. Purple Rain dress up looks like all in white with our own MC, Wade Sorrell and Lane Wimple. And then Taylorville gets another point. Sammy Breckenridge leads the team in assists, sets back to serve behind the purple white stripe line. Sammy Breckenridge with the throw the ball up. Serve is over, 9-2. And Levin gets it over, and then Sammy Champley to number 9, and then she could not get the good handle on it, and then the ball got hit over. Sammy Breckenridge set to serve again. after getting the ball back from the other side from Champley, and then Sammy set to serve, and then served in into the Taylorville scores table and considers out of bounds, and Sammy with Taylorville up 4-1. This game is also obviously live streamed on Facebook and our own Tommy TV YouTube page. Macy Fleming trying to put it down. Lincoln was ready. Anderson was ready for that one. Sammy Vincent gets it over within 3 hits, and then 3 sets it up to 2. And Brogan Anderson, Lila ruptured there, had no communication. And Lincoln gets their second point on the board. Even though this is a non-conference, but this is a huge game for our Taylorville. And Taylorville wanted to beat Lincoln so bad. And the ball is inbounds. Inbounds. It hit the line. Good eye there from our referee in here, and it just hit the line. And Lincoln's now showing Taylorville 4-3. And then serve is stuck out there from Rupture. With Sammy, and Maisie Fleming gets it over. Vincent gets it over two-handed for Taylorville. Taylorville is up 5-3. Substitutions being made. Ella Appel checking into the ball game, along with one of the Railers, and then Elena Vincent set to serve for Taylorville. And then dug out there from Sammy and then into the Taylorville bench. And no communication on that. Now serving. It's number 11. And then Sammy sending it up for Fleming. And that they almost worked, did not. Matt Lincoln able to retrieve. Maisie fakes and then send it. And Taylorville trying to argue there from their 2 captains, saying that was tipped. The ref says not today, and then number 11 set to serve for Lincoln as it tied up 5-5. Anderson, Sammy Champley, 13, 3, 9, and Kim Peabody sees enough, quickly calls timeout. And getting her team fired up in the huddle. And Lincoln taking their second lead of the game. 6-5. Want to give a quick mention. Taylorville is very pleased to have one of their front rows back. She and Fleming. This person is Robin Ward. Her first game was 9-14 against Mount Zion. This is her second game returning from injury. She has not checked into the game for the Lady Tornadoes yet, but she will be available off the bench. Coming out of the timeout, Lincoln set to serve with number 11, set to serve, and as her serve is over, tipped up by Ella Appel. Fleming. And the 2 refs converge, and at that point goes to Taylorville. Liv Havera checking in for, looks like Maisie Fleming. And that was the last second call, and then Taylorville gets the game knotted up 6-6. The serve is over from into the Lincoln's bench, counted as an ace. And Brogan Anderson with her team up 7-6 and set to serve again. And then 3, and then with a block from the Lincoln front line, number 9. Number 2 set to serve. Tapped by Vincent and Sammy. Leah Champley hits the ball out of bounds. And then Vincent with Breckenridge, and then Anderson gets it over within 3 hits. 3 setting it up to her teammate, number 13, and the ball hit inbounds from Lincoln, and now they are up 9-7. Taylorville is already down to 1 timeout remaining. This game is long ways from over. And then Anderson, Sammy, Havera almost gets it down, and she does gets it down. And then Taylorville's remain within 1. Leah Champley set the serve for Taylorville as she retreats in the back row. Sitting, her dad's like right next side to me, Mr. Champley. I had him as a teacher back in junior high. And with that being said, Ella Appel gets another point for Taylorville. Champley is set to serve again, with the score tied up 9-9, 13-3, and then into the net, and Taylorville gets the lead right back, 10-9. Then serve is over from Champley, serving it and bounce, another ace from the senior, Leah Champley. Tables Champley with the serve over, 3-9, and 9 gets the point. She has been on fire for Lincoln. The whistle has been blown now. The serve. Here comes the serve with Champley tipping it up. Sammy Breckenridge to Ella Appel gets saved from Lincoln, and then another Anderson gets the point for Taylorville. Sammy Breckenridge was right there ready to go, and then did not need her as Lila Rupture checking in for Ella Appel, one of the seniors. Lila Rupture set to serve with a whole bunch of pressure. Purple Rain is right behind her as she serves, and the ball is over from her, and then 3 setting up to 13, and she hits it out of bounds, and Taylorville with her biggest lead of the game, 13-10. Lila is set to serve again. 3 setting it up to 12, did not work. Anderson setting it up for Vincent, and that gets dug out. 3 again, and then playing that tip game by number 13, did not work. Trying it again, did not work again. Leah Champley from the back row and dug out there, and then Lincoln gets it over within 3 hits, and then Anderson, Breckenridge, Vincent, this is a good first set here so far. Anderson, Sammy, Vincent, 13-3, back to 13, and dug out there from Lila Rupture, and then Liv Havera with the save, and then Vincent, 3, 11, Champley, and then Taylorville gets a redo as the ball is stuck up top of the couldn't quite see where the ball is, but Taylorville will get a new ball. Hopefully this ball does not get stuck up there. And then because that was a redo, no points, Lincoln had to serve, and then they'll serve again with Vincent, Breckenridge, Rivera, 4, 11, Anderson, Sammy, Rivera, and then the ball is saved back up. 3, setting up to the outside, blocked there from Breckenridge, and then Leah, Breckenridge, 2, 4, and saved there by Breckenridge, Vincent, 3, number 9 with the hit into the net, and Taylorville after the redo, no harm, no foul, gets a point. Maisie Fleming checks back in for Leah Rivera. Kendall Rexford also checking in the game. Set to whether timeout is being called by Lincoln. They are trailing the Tornadoes 14-3. This is a non-conference game, but with this win, Taylorville will improve to 12-2 overall. And Taylorville looks like getting ready to go as Lincoln still in their huddle. Taylorville half the court, Vincent, Fleming, Breckenridge, Champley, Repshire, and Rexford. Lincoln has 2, 9, 11, 13, and 12. Looks like both sides have 1 timeout remaining. And Kendall Rexford set to serve, and her serve is over. And then 2 with the hit. Number 9 trying to get it over, and she gets it way out of bounds, and Taylorville gets a point. Taylorville needs 10 points to win set 1. And 2, 3, setting up to 12, and Leah Champley had it off of her hands, and Brogan Anderson set the check back in. Liv Rivera has to check in and then check out so the libero can come in. That's how it works here in volleyball. And then serve is over from number 13, Lila with the dig. Sammy Breckenridge gets the point for Taylorville as she barely touched it, but got it hidden in the net. And Sammy Breckenridge, number 14 for the Tornadoes, will set the serve. And her serve did not touch anybody and considers out of bounds. And then that serve is over. Lila, Sammy, and hitting it out of bounds again. Leah Champley had something to say there with the ref by the scores table. And then number 12 set to serve. Her serve is over. Anderson, Breckenridge, Champley, 13, 3, 9, Anderson, Sammy, Vincent gets blocked, and that was blocked out of bounds. And Robin Ward makes her home debut, and she checked in for the first time for the Taylorville Lady Tornadoes as her presence returned back in the front line with Fleming. And this is only Robin's second game of the season. And Maisie Fleming gets put down for Taylorville, and then Ella Appel set to check in along with Heimsness. And checking out for Robin, but Robin did see the action. I'm sure she'll stay on the court. She is still probably dealing with a high ankle sprain, and the coach is being careful there. And then Heimsness with the serve over, and Heimsness with the ace, and then Taylorville is up 3, matches their biggest lead, 18-15. And the ball hit out of bounds there from Heimsness, and then number 11 set the serve for Lincoln. And then Sammy Ella 3-9 puts the spike down on the Taylorville's defense, and then they cut it within 1. Heimsness, Breckenridge, Champley gets blocked. Anderson, Breckenridge, 3-9. Anderson, Ella gets blocked it again, but Taylorville gets it as they put it down over on the other side of the net. The libero Brogan Anderson set the serve for Taylorville and then join her on the court, but she serves over. And the ace, no communication there between the Lincoln's defense and Lincoln's coach seen enough and then calls timeout. Lincoln has no more timeout. Taylorville needs 5 points to win and a timeout if they need it. As we guys did see Robin Ward checking in the game, and she also played in the game against Mount Zion. I mentioned earlier, but talking to her coach, she was a little bit rusty going into her first game of the season, but she looks to bounce back when she get in the game. Taylorville coming out of timeout with Ella, Havera, Champley, Breckenridge, Heimsness, and Brogan. Lincoln will have 3, 9, 2, 13, and 11, and number 1 for them, and then spiking it out of bounds. And Taylorville needs 4 more. Brogan Anderson set the serve, and number 1 with a touch and served it into the Taylorville sports table, and then the ball gets back in. And then 3 setting up from 9 and did not work. The front line of Taylorville gets that one blocked. And the serve is over, looks like from Heimsness, but I didn't quite see. But Heimsness, Breckenridge, Champley, and Champley gets the point for Taylorville as he was tipped off the finger. And Taylorville needs 1 point for the win. Brogan Anderson looks like with a ace will give Taylorville set 1 victory. And number 3 saved it and spiked down there from number 9. Number 9 has been keeping her team in the game. Number 2, Weather, set the serve, and her serve is over. Heimsness, Breckenridge, set it up for Ella Appel, and then her shot gets over, and then Lincoln trying to set it up with dug out there from Anderson, Sammy, Ella, and then Ella Appel ends the set 1 for Taylorville, with Taylorville winning it 25-18. I will take myself a little short break, and I will be right back here shortly after that. Welcome back to the second set of our volleyball game. Taylorville takes set 1, 25-18. And Sammy Breckenridge set to get the party started for Taylorville. And then after getting the ball from the ref, and then she grabs it, looking up to the Purple Rain section and ready to go. Her serve is over. And then Maisie Fleming gets the credit as she blocked it, leads her team with blocks. And then Breckenridge set to serve again. She leads the team in assists with her 9. And then Anderson, Sammy, Vincent, 9. Leah Chepley, and then 13, back to 13, and dunk out there from Anderson, Breckenridge, Vincent, and then Vincent gets the second point for Taylorville. Purple Rain's gotta be all fired up, and then Sammy Breckenridge ready to go, and then she's out there with Repture, Anderson, Vincent, Chapley, and Fleming, and Maisie Fleming gets another block for Taylorville. And then ace there from Sammy Breckenridge. She is set to serve for her fifth time tonight. And then her serve is over, and she's getting right to serve for 6th time tonight, and Lincoln coming out of the gates in the second set in trouble, and they can't afford to do that if wanting to be 3 sets here. And then Sammy Breckenridge with her serve, 6th serve is over, and then Anderson gets it over within 1 hit. Sammy, Anderson, Vincent, and then Vincent gets point, and then Taylorville is leading 6-0, and Sammy Breckenridge is serving on fire, set to serve for her 7th time of the night. After this timeout, Lincoln's already down to 1 timeout, and if I'm Lincoln, gotta stop this Taylorville roll here, as Taylorville is not looking to slowing down anytime soon with Sammy Breckenridge and her teammates. And if I'm Taylorville and Kane Peabody, keep the pressure on. Taylorville's making their way on the court with Fleming, Vincent, Breckenridge, Champley, Anderson, and Rupture. Sammy's 7th serve is over, and then 13-3, setting up to 12, and out of bounds again, and Sammy's Breckenridge, her arms got to be tired. She's getting ready to serve for her 8th time of the night. Somebody's got to stop her, and then her serve is over, 3, setting up to 13. Sammy Breckenridge with a tip. Vincent gets the point for Taylorville, and then Sammy Breckenridge is set to serve for her 9th time of the night. Lila Rupture had 8 serves at the Mattoon Invitational, and then Lila and Sammy had a good roll there with 8 points out of 9. That's not bad. And then I'll remember that when she serves 8 out of 9. And then Vincent, Sammy, Fleming, and then 12, Anderson, Sammy, 13, 11, Anderson, Sammy, Champley, 11, 3, and then hitting it in the net, and Taylorville is already up 9-1. Substitutions being made as Lila Rupture will check out, and then Elena Vincent set to serve, and she served it in the net. And Lincoln got 2 points. It's 9-2. And then Anderson, Sammy's setting up for Ella, and then the ball is touched, whether out of bounds, and then Coach Peabody trying to give Ella some encouragement, and then Taylorville will prepare for defense, and then number 12 with the serve for Lincoln, and out of bounds it goes, and then Taylorville will serve over with Brogan Anderson. Robin Ward making her second time checking in the game for the front line. And Fleming right now is on the bench, the other front line. And then Vincent, Sammy, Ella with 3, 11, Sammy to Robin, did not work. Vincent to Robin again, and she gets her first home kill of the night. And Robin is fired up, making her home game debut after her injury, and then the ball is hit over to 11. Anderson, Sammy with a tapping game, and that works. Robin Wardweather puts her arms up, fakes, and Sammy Breckenridge just took that dump in the middle. And then Anderson with the served over, 1 with the touch, 13, and 3 with the hit over, and then setting up to Champley. And that was just out of bounds. And then number 11 with the served over, Breckenridge setting up to Robin Ward. She gets her second kill of the night. Nalia Poli checking in for Champley. And then if I'm Robin, I have to be happy here. Making a huge with Fleming able to get her back to normal time. Rest death as well, the ball hit the net, but it's over from Poli, and then the ball gets blocked by guess who? Robin Ward with her 3rd point of the night. Poli set the serve, and Taylorville is already up 10 with 10 more points to win. And Poli with the hit over 3, setting up to number 9. She puts the spike down, and Lincoln gets their 5th point. Champley is set to check in for Poli for some offense and defense. And number 2 with the serve, Champley. Breckenridge back to Champley, and she trying to do that little tip and did not get it over, and she knows about it and then apologized and then head back to play D. And then number 2 with the serve again, and then Champley, Sammy, Appel with Sammy, and then blocked there by Robin Ward, and then the play is still alive, and then Ella Appel gets the spike down for Taylorville. Taylorville 15, Lincoln 6. Lila Repshire checking in the game, goes into the back row to serve. With Ella Appel getting a breather and then getting some coaching from Peabody, from Coach Kim Peabody. And then Lila Repshire's serve is over with 11, 3, 13. And Champley, Sammy, back into Robin Ward and did not work, with Lila retreating back to get it and then setting up to Vincent. And that gets blocked from Lincoln's front line weather, and then Lincoln's only down by 8, 15-7. Number 9 weather retreats back there to serve for Lincoln. And then number 9 serve is over with Champley. It's setting up from Sammy to Ward. Did not work to the outside and hit the flagpole, and then Taylorville gets the point. Taylorville 16, Lincoln 7. Fleming checking in for Robin Ward, and she had an outstanding night with 3 points of her own and then a block. Kendall Rexford with a serve over, and that is out of bounds weather, and then Robin did not sit on the bench for long, and then checking in for the libero weather, and then she goes back. Her and Liv was doing that duties with Robin out with the injury. Now they both can take a turn again. Leah Champley won a save behind her bench, and Maisie Fleming with another save. It's weather in front of Mrs. Rexford there, and then the play still alive, dug out there to 3 and to 13, and she puts the spike down, and then her team has 9. Number 3 with the serve for Lincoln, and then her serve is over with Lila Fleming, and Fleming gets her arm down, and then Lincoln cannot stop that. Taylorville 17. Liv Vera checking into the game for Champley. Breckenridge already had 9 serves, and this is her 10th serve of the game. And then her serve is over. And then Liv there, but no call. And then Fleming fakes, and Liv Vera gets blocked, but Lila Rupture right there to defend that. Lila Rupture gets it over with number 2, setting up to her teammate to the outside. Lila, Breckenridge, Vincent, 13, and 13 hits in the net with Fleming, tall frame in the middle, and gets the Taylorville 18th point. Now they're up 9. Sammy Breckenridge set to serve for her 11th time in the game. And then her serve is over. And then tip, Sammy Breckenridge with the save there, and is setting up from Anderson to Vincent, and dug out there from Lincoln, and then 3, and then Sammy, and then Brogan Anderson almost able to get it. If Taylorville allowed to have 4 hits, they probably would have got that over, but they are not allowed to have 4 hits. And then Lincoln gets on the board 18-10. Serve is over from 13 with Lila, Breckenridge, Liv Vera, and then Fleming, and then did not work, and then 3 setting up to 2, and then Sammy Breckenridge could not save that one. And Peabody, Coach Kim Peabody has to be careful of Lincoln coming out charging. And then the serve is over with Lila. Sammy Fleming gets a point for Taylorville with her spikes, and then Ella Appel checking in the game for Lila Rupture. And Elena Vincent with the serve over, 2, 3, and 3 lift the ball back, and you cannot do that. And Taylorville gets another point. Vincent, Taylorville needs 5 points to improve to 12 and 2 overall, and then another ace there from Vincent. And Vincent set the serve here for Taylorville, and then another ace there from Vincent. Taylorville needs 3 more points to win. Vincent with the serve again, and then number 9 with the touch, and then setting up to number 2, and Taylorville with the hit over, and then number 2 trying it again, and Sammy Breckenridge left her spot and then knew it. If she did not leave there, she would be able to get it. And Kylie Heimsness checking into the game right in front of me, and then with Taylorville getting prepared for defense. .12 with the serve over, dug out there, and Maisie Fleming come out scared as that hit her, and then she apologized for not being in the right spot. Yes. Taylorville is up 10 with Brogan Anderson. The libero is set to serve. And her serve is over. And then almost an ace, but not there yet. But Breckenridge, Anderson, Ella, and then Ella gets the ball dug out there, and then another lift similar to the previous one, and then Robin Wardweather with her 4th point of the night. Robin Ward has to start making her home debut in 2024 is a good one here for her, and then Brogan Anderson looks to take the Lady Tornadoes to 12-2 overall with this serve, and then the serve is over 3-9, and then Lincoln Weather gets the point, 10-point game, and then number 11 set the serve for Lincoln, and then Heimses to Havera, and it gets blocked. And then Havera again, and then Ella Appel with the hit over, dug out there from number 1, their libero, number 2, and then Liv Havera ends the game and proves that Taylorville will take this one 25-14 and prove the season record to 12-2 overall. Lincoln Manuel will drop to 7-12. And Robin had a great game in her home return. And then want to give a huge shout out to the Tommy TV crew, of course, with Ella Hohenstein as the producer for cameras. And then looks like Robin here's writing to interview with our talent, Rayleigh Allard, and then I am going to send it down there right now. Get away, Rayleigh.
Hello, Tornado Nation. I'm here with junior Robin. Robin, you just got cleared on Tuesday to come back to playing. What kind of preparation did you do before the game tonight?
Honestly, it was more mental preparation, just trying not to get in my head, try not to be too hard on myself, just go with the flow. Like, not everything's going to be perfect.
How did that injury kind of set back the season for you?
Well, it was definitely unexpected, but I mean, I wouldn't say it was too great of a setback since it happened beforehand, so I had a little bit more time to kind of prepare, I guess.
Right. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great rest of your season.
Thank you.
So with that being said, thanks for watching. I wanted once again to give Taylorville take the set to 25-18, and then will improve to 12-2 overall. I want to give a huge shout out to our 4 camera people, Sawyer Barnes, Blaze Rogers, and then Sarah Mass right in front of me, and then with the talent led by Rayleigh Allard, and then our supervisors with Jacob Wymans, and then Mr. Hohenstein Weather, and then Adam Vokes and Tim Laval. Thanks for those guys for putting on this amazing broadcast. With that being said, make sure you tune in to tomorrow's broadcast for the Taylorville football, as they'll be taking on Mohammed Seymour Bulldog right here, game time, 7 o'clock. With that being said, my name's Tanner Smith. Thanks for watching.
You're watching Tommy TV.